It is 11:47 p.m. You have been lying in bed for over an hour. The sheets feel warm. Your feet feel cold. Your mind is replaying tomorrow's meetings like a film that you never asked to watch. And here is the strange part. The solution may have started 2 hours ago in your bedroom with your warm water. Yes, warm water. It sounds completely backward. The night is hot. You feel warm. And I'm telling you that you take a warm shower. Maybe one of the best ways would be to cool your body for sleep. Now, here is what many people were never taught. Your body does not enter into deep restorative sleep because the clock says it's bedtime. It prepares for sleep quietly by changing the temperature, its hormones, and also its nervous system. About 2 hours before your normal sleep time, your internal body temperature begins to fall. That fall is a biological whisper. The day is over. It is time to rest. Your body whispers before it screams. In this video, I'll share with you how to listen to that whisper. I want to work with you through a practical, evidence-based evening routine that will help you fall into sleep. And this is designed to support the natural temperature decline of your body so that it helps you fall to sleep easily and create the best possible conditions for a restorative sleep night. So, before we begin, you deserve honesty. No routine on earth can guarantee you a deep night's sleep. Anyone who guarantees you is selling to you certainty that no science, no behavior can provide. But what we can do, and it is reported by research, is to dramatically improve the conditions with which a healthy sleep is likely to find you. If you are better prepared, then you are better prepared, you are in a better position to fall into sleep easily than otherwise. I'm Dr. Joshua Nderitu, a family physician. I have interest in public health, cancer prevention and treatment, and I do lifestyle coaching. In this video, we are looking at the evening routines to be able to cool your body, to assure you of a deeper night sleep. And this is very important for your bodies and for you being able to fall asleep. Because when you are setting into sleep, you need to lower your body internal temperature. Why does temperature matter? Most people believe that sleep begins when they close their eyes. For those who have no sleep problem, that is very automatic. But sleep does not set at that time. Sleep preparations begin earlier. Your body follows a 24-hour rhythm, what I call the circadian rhythm. And I've talked about the circadian rhythm. And so during the day, your core body temperature rises. As you get into activities, the hormone changes, and that rise in temperature supports your alertness. And in the evening, the tide turns. Now you do not need the alertness, you need to close up. So your internal temperature starts coming down and melatonin starts rising. So once the melatonin rises, then your alertness fades and then you build sleep pressure. So research suggests that The first period of non-rapid eye movement sleep is most likely to begin when your core temperature is most rapidly falling. So how does your body cool itself, and how can you support this system? It moves from the body moves warm blood from the center of the body out toward the skin. The blood vessels in your hands and feet widen, and heat escapes through the skin into the room. That is the biology. So you picture your hand and feet as the body radiators. They are giving out heat. And so when those radiators open, heat flows out and the core cools. And that enables you to get in sleep. So this explains something that puzzles many people. The cold feet can actually make it harder to fall asleep, even though a cooler core supports sleep. The room can be cool while the skin, especially the hands and feet, stay comfortably warm. So, which gives our first principle, and I invite you to remember this. The goal is not to make your whole body cold. The goal is to help your body release that heat comfortably. The warm shower paradox. Now, for most of us, the practical finding in our sleep research, the warm shower paradox. Now, for one of the most practical findings in sleep research, there was a 2019 systematic review and a meta-analysis that examined studies of warm beds and showers before bedtime. And the researchers found that water at approximately 40 to 42.5 degrees centigrade for as little as 10 minutes, timed 1 to 2 hours before bed, was associated with self-rated sleep quality, improved sleep efficiency, and also faster sleep onset. So if you take a shower with water between 40 to 42.5 degrees centigrade, just for 10 minutes, 90 to 1 hour before your bedtime, then this helps you to get a better sleep, you have better sleep quality, improved sleep efficiency, and faster sleep onset. So some people fall actually for 10 minutes faster when they do this. Why does warm water help? Now, when warm water touches your skin, the blood vessels near the surface of your skin widens, and warm blood goes towards your hands, your feet, and your skin. Then what happens? This is the key. When you step out of the water, then the heat escapes efficiently into the water, and so you cool your inner core of your body. So the warm shower opens the radiator the minutes afterwards, and the cooling happens. So the shower is not acting like a sleeping tablet. It is just actually helping your body, its own heat release mechanism, to do its job in a better way. Timing matters a lot. A scalding hot bath taken immediately before bed can leave you overheated on the pillow. And the evidence-supported window is roughly 60 to 120 minutes before bedtime. So this is how the protocol works, and this is how it is. Comfortably warm water, not painfully hot, approximately 10 to 20 minutes in the shower, then finish about 60 to 90 minutes before getting into bed. Then afterwards, wear light, breathable clothing. Then let your body release the stored heat naturally. So, a word of care. If you feel dizziness when you take a warm shower, you have unstable blood pressure, you have a heart disease, you have diabetic neuropathy, you have mobility challenges, or if you are expectant, then avoid the very hot showers and guard against falls, because this will be risky. Your safety comes before any protocol is put into practice. So let's look at the 2-hour evening sleep that you should adopt before you get into bed so that you are able to sleep and get sleep comfortably. So let's make this real. What would you do in a real life? So imagine that you're sleeping at 10 p.m. So by 8 p.m., close the metabolic kitchen. Aim to finish your large meals 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Digesting a heavy meal produces heat, and the fatty or spicy food can stir up reflux just before when you want stillness. So you don't want to go to bed with your full stomach. So this is not a command, but if you're hungry and you feel you genuinely need something, then take something small, simple, that which you are comfortable with. The real problem is turning bedtime into a second dinner. You don't want to go to bed with a full stomach. If you wake too much in the night to urinate, then avoid large volumes of water near bedtime. Hydrate well during the day and instead of catching up with your hydration at night, because this will make you sleep in the toilet rather than in your bed, and you don't want that. Then hear this gently. Alcohol is not a sleep medicine. It will make you feel drowsy for sure, but sedation is not actually the same as sleeping. Alcohol alters your sleep architecture and it fragments the second half of your night, which makes it difficult for you to have restorative sleep. We're not just talking about sleep, but we're talking about restorative sleep. Then around 8:15 p.m., we are talking about the program of starting sleeping at 10. Lower the lights. Your brain does not read the clock on the wall. It reads the light. So when you expose your brain and your eyes, remember the retina, the suprachiasmatic nucleus, bright evening light tells your circadian system that the day is still going on. So dim the main light and favor few alarms, the warmer tones and the ones with the lower positions. So then reduce the screens. I did not say that turn on night mode or continue scrolling. A blue light filter removes the short wavelength light, that's for sure. But brightness matters. Distance also of the light matters. And also the content matters. A deep phone showing upsetting news keeps your mind on high alert. And regardless of the screen's color, this will keep you awake because you're already tensed, you're already sensitized. So you're on high alert. So create what I call a digital sunset. Lower the brightness, add work-related messages, step away from emotionally charged news, place the phone outside an arm's reach, and then choose audio, prayer, or gentle reading, or a quiet conversation instead. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to be technologically free in your evening, but you need a deliberate transition from stimulation to stillness. Now, at 8:30 p.m., take a warm shower. 10 to 20 minutes of comfortably warm water. Remember the sequence. You warm your skin, open the vessels, step out of the shower. Then this allows you to release heat. And once you release the heat to the skin, then the core cools. If a full shower is not practical, then just warm the feet and would be a worthy substitute. And if your feet land cold in a cool room, then light socks could be genuinely helpful. So resist the temptation to pile heavy blankets until you are sweating because comfort is the goal. It is not to overheat yourself. Now at 10 p.m., prepare your bedroom. How do you prepare your bedroom? Your bedroom should help heat to escape, not to trap it. There is no single perfect temperature for every human being. Instead, make the room comfortable for what you feel is comfortable for you. In the most of the Kenyan warm climate, then open the door, the windows. When the open door is cooler than your bedroom, and if the security of your house allows. If you have a fan or air condition, then you can use it because this can help cool your temperature and your bedroom. Choose a breathable cotton or linen bedding to help you keep warm and also cool your body. So prefer lighter blankets which you can be able to shade easily. Keep the heat producing electronics out of your bedroom. Then close the curtains against the afternoon sun so that you keep the room as dark as possible. If you share a bed with someone whose perfect temperature differs from yours, then having separate blankets has always saved many marriages. So if noise is a concern for you in your bedroom, then having a stable background music or noise can make the room more comfortable and protect you against the noise from the outside. So darkness is the final signal to your mind that stillness is coming in, and you need to keep the room as much as dark as you can handle. Then at 9:15, help empty your mind. Some people have a cool room perfectly, but they cannot keep their mind in bed. Their body is lying down, but their mind is still sharing meetings. So have a mental closing ceremony. How do you do this? You have completed your day. So what is it that you have been able to do today? What has remained unfinished? What are the three most important things that you need to do tomorrow? And what is it that you fear you might forget? And what are your three things that you'll do tomorrow? When you put this down on paper, then you help your brain to relax and stop replaying them. So that because your brain is trying to protect you, so that you do not forget them. So capture what you think that you forget. If you are used to doing gratitude prayer, then do it and give yourself a quiet reflection as you ask yourself a simple question. What is it tonight that I do not need to carry to tomorrow? This will help your brain to calm down. Then, after you have calmed your brain, you also need to calm your nervous system. The temperature matters, but sleep is not just a temperature problem. It could be that you can have still a cool core, but still stay awake because your nervous system believes you are in danger. It's something that you have not completed. So give your nervous system an indication that you are safe. So try 5 minutes of slow breathing. I've talked about this where you take breathe in for 4 seconds, then you take another shorter breath, and then you breathe out. You have a long exhaling. This will help calm your nervous system. And you can repeat this like 4 times. And this will help you to calm down. If you do this and you feel dizzy, then stop it. You are not in a competition. You are talking about having some cool time to allow your nervous system to calm down. You can try uh, the body scan, where you start looking at your legs, you calm your body, you calm your thighs, you calm your abdomen, you calm your chest, you calm your brain, you do a full body scan. Something that will help you relax down and know that you are safe, you are not in danger of anything. So do not force anything. Just practice what helps you to perform and be able to get into stillness. Protect the bed so that you get to sleep. There is a mistake that I have seen consistently with people, and many of you recognize it. So you feel you are tired, then you go to your bed, you are scrolling there, you reply to messages, you are watching videos, you are worrying, and then your whole night you are there in bed trying to close up your day. You do this over weeks, over months, over years. We need to change the narrative. Your beds need to be a place for sleep and possible sleep and sex only. not where you go, not where you go watch your videos, not where you work from. The bed is only for sleep and sex. So if you are not tired and you just feel you need some rest, then go rest somewhere else, not in your bed. If you are sleepy, then it means your eyelids are heavy, your attention is drifting, and the sleep will genuinely come. So if you lie awake, frustrated for 15 to 20 minutes, do not fight it in bed. Just get out, keep the right dim, do something quiet, and return when sleepiness returns. Do not work from your bed. So avoid watching the clock, because the moment you keep checking the clock, it turns sleep into a performance exam, and this keeps you stimulated. This principle comes from the stimulus control, one of the components of cognitive behavior therapy for insomnia. And it is an important truth. Sleep hygiene alone is not enough for chronic insomnia. So the cognitive behavior therapy for insomnia recommends first-line treatment. That is cognitive behavior therapy. If you have consistent chronic loss of sleep, then you need to go for cognitive behavior therapy. So cold showers have been presented everywhere on social media. So what about them? Do they help sleep? If you enjoy a cold shower, that's wonderful. But you are not aiming to keep your body cold. You want to help your body lose heat. And what have been shown to work is a warm shower because of the mechanism of how it works. So do not confuse feeling cold with cooling your core effectively. If you're shivering, your body is still generating extra heat. Extreme cold is not the goal. Efficient heat release is what you want your body to get so that you can enjoy a good night's sleep. 5 habits that quietly defeat the routine. If you take late caffeine has been shown to stay in your system for 6 to 8 hours. So if you are someone who has sleep problems, do not take caffeine 8 hours from the time that you intend to go to bed. Do not use alcohol to get you into sleep. Yes, alcohol helps sedation, but it disrupts your rapid eye movement sleep, and it becomes a sleep disruptor. If you take a heavy meal late in the night, sometimes taking a heavy meal can make you have reflux, shift your blood flow to your stomach for digestion. You do not need this for sleep. So take your meal 2 to 3 hours before your bedtime. Then do not do intense exercises close to your bedtime. Yes, if you do your exercises and you are comfortably able to get sleep, well and good. But if you have difficulty sleeping, do not do high intensity training just before bed. They will stimulate your sympathetic system, they will make you aroused, and you'll be unable to get in sleep. So learn your response and do not let late night exercises steal your sleep. Then irregular timing. No warm shower can take the place of a chaotic schedule. So the circadian system loves a rhythm, and especially if you have a consistent wake and sleep time, and when you expose yourself to the first morning light. So have an evening routine and also have a morning routine. And remember that your circadian system rhythm starts in the morning when you get the first rays of the light. So remember that minute daily light exposure to keep your circadian system in motion. Then this is the complete sleep protocol, and this is how it should work for you. You can give it a trial and tell me how it works. Between 7 and 7:30, finish your main evening meal. The complete sleep protocol. So 7 to 7:30, finish your evening meal. 8 p.m., wind down demanding work. Begin dimming the lights. 8:30 p.m., comfortably warm. Shower 10 to 20 minutes before in the shower. After the shower, light clothing. Let the body cool naturally. At 9 p.m., prepare a cool, dark, quiet bedroom. At 9:15, the mental closing ceremony. Capture tomorrow's priorities on paper. At 9:30 p.m., phone away, prayer, gentle reading, slow breathing, or quiet conversation. At 10 p.m. or wherever genuine sleepiness alive, go to bed. Next morning, wake up approximately the same time and get outdoor light soon after. I invite you to test this routine for 14 nights and check only 4 things. One, what time you went to bed, roughly how long you took to fall asleep, how many times you woke, and how rested you felt in the morning. Please do not obsess over wearable deep sleep score. Consumer devices estimate sleep stages. They do not measure them the same way laboratory polysphygmanometer does. So judge the routine by your alertness, mood, and functioning, not by the number on your list. So when do you need to seek medical help? An evening routine cannot treat every sleep disorder, and pretending otherwise would be dishonest. Please seek proper assessment if you experience loud snoring or witness pause in breathing, gasping or choking during sleep, insomnia persisting for more than 3 months, severe daytime sleepiness, morning headaches, restlessness or uncomfortable legs at night, repeated abnormal movements during your sleep, depression, you have severe anxiety or substance dependence, and sleepiness while driving. These can point to sleep apnea or chronic insomnia, restlessness, leg syndrome, or medication effects, or other conditions that deserve real evaluation. It is not just a better shower schedule. The ultimate evening routine is not a collection of expensive gadgets. It is a sequence of biological signals, the same signals your body has been whispering to every time in your life. Warm the skin, allow the core to cool, dim the light, quiet the mind, remove the stimulation, enter the bed when sleeping, and protect a consistent wake and sleep time next morning. Do not demand sleep from your body. Prepare the conditions which make sleep find you. Tonight, begin with one simple experiment. A comfortably warm shower 90 minutes before bed. Lower your light, phone out of reach, give it 7 to 14 nights, and then come back and tell me what changed. If this helped you, subscribe to the Overall Health YouTube channel and share this with someone who lies awake at night. And comment below one evening habit you change from tonight. I read every comment and I will reply to what I need to. And your story might be the encouragement that another person needs to sleep better. Thank you for watching. I see you in the next one.